I'm your friend, Dr. Charles Apoki. There is a reggae musician that said that you can fool some people all the time, but you can't fool all the people all the time. One person you must not try to deceive is yourself. Don't try to deceive yourself. So I'm going to talk about authenticity. Authenticity. What is authenticity? Authenticity is genuineness. It is originality. Authenticity is being true to your own personality. I know myself. I don't need you to describe me. I know my fears. I know my weaknesses. I know my strengths. I know who I am. I know what I want to become. I know where I come from. I have never ever pretended to be a rich person or pretended to come from a rich background. That understanding of where I come from, the background I come from, my strength is in this place. My strength is grace from above. And so, authenticity. And it is being true to your values. Values you hold dear. Things that you are ready to, values are opportunity costs. Things you are ready to hold on to forgo other things. It is being true to your spirit. I am a free spirit. I could not stay with medical practice, not tie, and I could not practice, I could not be a pastor of a denomination with clerical collar, coat. No. I don't have any suit in this house. I'm a free spirit. I enjoy my liberty, but I'm not a reckless person. So that's, I hate regimentation, regulation, and conformity. I'm a contrarian thinker. So I will tell you, I am not a normal person. I am abnormal. I will warn you beforehand. And so be true to your own personality, your values, and your spirit, regardless of the pressure that you are under to act otherwise. People, when I started, people criticized me. People said all kinds of rubbish. One of my friends from Canada, he says, it's as if I feel bitter. No, I don't feel bitter. It's just that I want to re-emphasize that to encourage somebody so that criticism will not put you under pressure to change who you are, to become like them. It is you're being truthful to yourself and others. Can you imagine somebody forge university certificate? Can you imagine somebody forge NYSC certificate? One of the problems we had with our president today, we don't know his real name. We don't know his real age. We don't know the primary school he attended. We don't know his classmates. We don't know so much about him. And so we don't even his nationality. Some people say he has a Guinean passport and citizenship and a Nigerian citizenship. So when there is this duplicity and complication in your life, you are not authentic. I contrast him with Peter Obi. Peter Obi has been scrutinized and perused, analyzed. A lot has been dug out of the ground concerning him. He has come out clean. No person is a spirit, no, is an angel. But he has remained like a rock. I said that truth is like a rock. You don't maintain it. You don't maintain it. You don't fertilize it. It remains there. But lies will require more lies to maintain it. So be authentic. I know a pastor in those days who was saying that he was a gynecologist, and he was not. He has never been to medical school. Somebody called me one time. He said, He didn't call me Dr. Apoki, he just called me Brother Charles. Which medical school did you attend? I said I attended University of Ibadan. I quoted my matriculation number. I told him, I gave him the phone number of my classmates in medical school. I told him I was house captain at FGC Warri, National House B. I told him I attended Government College Ughelli. My school number is 72/019. I told him about my classmates. Then he said, why am I quoting these values? I asked him, why did you question the medical school I attended? He said somebody in his church was saying that he was not sure I was a medical doctor. That how can a medical doctor leave medical practice and be doing what I am doing? Or even behave the way I behave and sometimes speak the way I speak. It is me. This is me. If you know those who have known me for the past 60-something years, I have been like this. I got born again. It is only sin and wickedness that I left. I am still me. I am still me. I'm still my funny me. I'm still my humorous me. I'm still my me. So I told him that I would send him the photocopies of my certificates from primary school. So I sent him photocopies of my certificate through one of his trusted friends. And that his friend said that somebody similar made a similar statement that he wants to check whether Dr. Apoki is a medical doctor or whether he really practiced medicine at Aba. And he called somebody at Aba and told him, we know him, so he's with you people in Ughelli. And I told that older pastor, when he asked me, why did I react the way I react? I said, I have always made my tracks straight because I know that someday somebody will question my being and my authenticity. So, be true to yourself. Be yourself. Don't fake your life. You will live well. You will be under less pressure. You will be under less anxiety. The pressure of being fake is like pretending to be asleep during daylight scrutiny. You will blink at a point. So, now, it is being true to who you are. It is being true to your values, your ideals, your ideas, and your actions. And that they will gel. That is, you, your ideas, your ideals, your actions should gel, they should blend, they should synchronize. You don't say one thing and behave another thing. No, no, no. You say this thing, you behave that thing. And so many people have these two faces that they show. One face to this person, one face in this place. Imagine a pastor was being interrogated in the presidential election tribunal. They said, Pastor. He said, no, call me doctor. I think he didn't swear by the Bible. I can't remember. But can you imagine when he was put under pressure? Because he most likely had collaborated with the system either because of pecuniary pressure or because of tribal bigotry. He succumbed to the pressure of doing something his conscience cannot defend. He was denying being a pastor. And one of the lawyers humiliated him. He said, I will be in your church on Sunday. So he has the face of a pastor. Then he has the face of an INEC official. The two faces cannot merge. So, duplicity. When I was speaking to the Assemblies of God men throughout Nigeria, I went throughout Nigeria to speak to Assemblies of God men. One day, Barrister Azuka will be the men's director of blessed memory. He called me. He said, Brother Charles, where are you? I said, I'm at Ughelli. So are you at home? I said, yes. He said, I want to come and know you to your roots. And he came and he saw what I was doing. I told them that I was handling 5 building projects. And he came and he saw them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And he saw them. And he saw what I was doing. And he went back. He told me, he said, now I believe. Now I can defend you. And at one point, 5 5 districts, I hope I'm right, of Assemblies of God in Imo State. I don't know the exact number now, but several districts of Assemblies of God in Imo State sent delegates. They chartered a bus and came to see me at Ugeli, and they wanted to see if what I had been sharing with them was true. And they invited me to speak to their men from all over Imo State, all the districts in Imo State. I don't know whether it's 5 or 7, but they came. And I've had a friend for some years. I've been going to his church, and he came with his members for my 60th birthday. And they saw that what I was saying tallies with what I am doing. Preaching is easy. Living it is very difficult. So, it must tally. There are too many fake people around. How do you live an authentic life? It will come from realization of the following and doing the next things. Point number 1, it is your life, not our life, not their life. I was telling my cousin came, my nephew came, and he was trying to put me under pressure to do some expenditure that I didn't want to do. And I told him, I will not do what you're expecting me to do because of filial relationship. But that, listen, I've already told my children the way they should bury me. And that none of them should go against it. He said, uncle, you're a prominent man. There's no prominence at death. You die, you die. You are not just a sea of amino acids. Useless to every person. I said, this is what I want. And I will write it as a will. And I will instruct my lawyers, if possible, get a court order that this is the way I want to be buried. This is the way I want to live my life. Is it my dead body? Is it your body? Is it your body? It's mine. Is it my children's body? No. This is what I want. So people, it is my life. I don't live to impress any person. I can take care of my wife. I can be responsible to her, but it is my life. When I started preaching, she said that, why am I so harsh when I speak? Why am I so uncivil? Why do I use harsh words? I said, is it your message? It is how God called me. He told me that I should not modulate the way I preach. It is just my calling. And he said that if I don't do that, if I don't follow that step, he will not prosper me. That if I follow that path, that he will prosper me. One night she slept and she dreamt, and she was warned in the dream that she should not interfere with the way I preach, and that anything happens to her, that it is her fault. A few weeks later, I wanted to go to preach, and I said, let's go and preach. She said, I won't follow you, I'm afraid of you. It is my life. It is the instruction I received. It is the way God told me to preach. I can't deceive the people. I can't placate the people. I remember specifically there is a place I underlined in the book of Jeremiah. He said, I'm sending you to hard-hearted people. He said, do not be afraid of them. So I don't fear any person when I am preaching, when I'm doing what God told me to. It's my life. Sometimes I wish I was a different person, but this is me. I have to destroy this to be another person. The next thing is that you must realize that you will give account of this life to God. No other person will give account. So the way you live it, you are going to be held responsible. I, Dr. Charles Apoki, will give account of this life that is in this body. This body will decay, but that life in me is eternal. And it will be questioned. It will be interrogated. And I have to have good answers for all that I have done. I am not an angel. I can say I am like David. The difference between David and Saul, somebody was preaching. Saul wanted God to help him create an imagery for the people that all was normal, but he had rebelled against God. But David, when he fell into sin, he said, create in me a clean heart and renew a right spirit within me. Cast me not away from your presence, O Lord. Take not the Holy Spirit away from me. David committed a more grievous sin, but he was authentic in the way he related with God. Being authentic is not saying that you are an angel. Being authentic is not saying that you are sinless. There's no man. If we say we are without sin, we are liars, and we make God a liar. So, the next thing is that you must have self-confidence. You must have self-confidence. Believe in your ability, believe in yourself, and believe in God. If I go to a place, there are people richer than I am, there are people more educated than I am, there are people more intelligent than I am, but I am me. I cannot conform to what you want me to conform to. No. I cannot. So have confidence. Most people don't have confidence. They want to impress people to be accepted. Me, I don't care if you accept me. If I'm preaching in a church, I can tell them hard truths. I'll tell them, please don't invite me again. But they still come back and invite me. So the next thing is that when the chips are down, realize that you are on your own. Realize that you are on your own. I told a story of a man who he was an acrobat. These people that do performances on stage. He tied a rope on one palm tree and another rope on another palm tree. He had come from his tours and he wanted to entertain his village people so that they can celebrate him. And he walked on the rope to the end, high rope, and they clapped. And he tied stilts and walked on the rope down to the end with stilts. Oh, they clapped. He rode bicycle on the rope. They clapped. Then he said he wanted somebody to join. He wanted to carry somebody to walk on the rope with, and that somebody should volunteer. Nobody volunteered. Nobody wants to take a risk and fall from that rope. So all your display to impress people, if anything happens to you, they will forget you very easily. They will abandon you very, very easily. So be true to yourself. You are accountable to yourself and to God. So the next thing is that fake lives fade under pressure. They collapse. They are like empty cartons. They collapse. I was telling my daughter that if you throw 2 tins of milk from upstairs on a concrete floor, what is the difference in their behavior? She said that the empty one will make so much noise, and nothing will happen to it. That if you throw the one she was now answering, that the one with content will make the least noise, and it's most likely the one that will compress. Most of these lousy people that fake lives, nothing happens to them if they fall from the height of their pretense. They will even fall with noise, explaining. But it is the man that has content that will feel ashamed. If you go and commit adultery at a very high height, it is the girl you committed adultery with that has nothing to offer, that will make noise all over the place. Tell them the size of your bola. Tell them how many times you slept with her. Tell them your color of your pants. Tell them how you made noise and everything and wherever you went to. She has the record. She keeps your phone calls. People will not even care about her. It is you that will suffer the dent. So try as much as possible to have these things in your mind and be authentic. A fake life fades away with time and exposure. The more you expose yourself, the more time passes, your fakeness will show. There was one woman that came that she dreamt she went to hell or whatever and saw so many people in hell from one country. And stupid church people, easily brainwashed church people, They started changing their style of dressing. Some were not wearing earrings, some were not wearing necklaces. Some of them looked like spirits. And eventually the woman said that she was a liar, that she didn't go to any hell or any heaven. Recently, in one of the countries, a Muslim woman put a table in the shallow part of the ocean and put a mat on it and pretended to be praying on top of water. And stupid church people, stupid Muslims, they were running to her for prayers until close scrutiny found out that she was standing on top of a table. So exposure, constant scrutiny, constant exposure will make you fade and expire. Now, when you realize that nobody will eventually sponsor your fakeness after some time, you will learn to be authentic. And then learn that no person is superior to you in any area. I mean, in every area. Somebody can be better than you in a particular area, but he is not better than you in all aspects of your life. So don't try to picture yourselves like those people. I don't know how to sing. I just did a video. I don't know how to cook, so I can't do cookathon. I don't know how to sing. I don't know how to dance. There are many things I don't know how to do. My handwriting is very, very bad. If you can see what is written here, everything is written in capital letters. And I'm even finding it difficult to read what I have written down. But I can speak. I can combine words. I can bring rhymes out of knowledge. T, 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 or C, C, C. It's easy for me to do. I don't have a good memory, but once I stand before this place to start speaking, ideas, concepts come into my mind. Some of them, I will wonder how I managed to know those things. So, find that uniqueness about yourself, and then deliberately set out to improve on your person. When you improve on your uniqueness, market that your uniqueness. First of all, manufacture it, then market it. Don't market yourself when you have not manufactured yourself. You will be fake and you won't have value. The next thing is produce unique results. Unique results. Results, if you read the titles of my books, very way out titles. Money is an Idiot, The Oil of Marriage, The Philosophy of the Ant, Marriageable or Manageable. To tell, they don't sound reasonable. But I got the title of Money is an Idiot under this coconut tree, this plant. I was thinking, what title will I give to this book? And Money is an Idiot came. I didn't share it with my wife. She would have gotten angry with that title. It was after I published it, she saw it. And when money started coming, she had no complaint. We were making $250,000 every month, years back, from Money is an Idiot. So there are some things I don't share with her because she cannot understand my person. They've gone to ordain her as a pastor now. By tomorrow when she's coming back, she's Reverend Pastor Mrs. Apoki. Me, I'm not as religious as she is. She's very religious. Me, I am not as religious as she is. But I'm producing unique results. So, the next thing is that you must be financially independent. Try and be financially independent. If you are going to beg people, if you are going to borrow from people, if you are going to depend on people, you will see that you will need to please them. A church from the east sent for me to come and speak. And they paid 85,000 naira for the vehicle to come and convey me to the east and bring me back. Because I told them I don't drive long distances. I have cars here. I have up to 7 drivers. I don't drive long distances because I cannot tolerate police stupidity. I cannot tolerate staying in traffic. I can come down from the vehicle and take a motorbike. I've taken a motorbike before from Ore to Bogi before I boarded the vehicle to Benin. I didn't want to stay in that hold-up. I wanted to reach home. I've taken a motorbike from near Obinze, just immediately after Obinze. The road was bad. And I was to speak in Bayelsa. I took a motorbike from there to Elele Alimini, long distance, because I wanted to keep to time. I didn't want to get late. And I eventually got there. So if I were with my driver or was with my driver, I would be there sweating. No, I don't tolerate such stress. So, but I produce results. I produce unique results. But that church I went to, and I made a statement. I redefined the topic. I refined the topic to suit their situation. And I warned him before I came there that I don't preach normally. I'm not going to preach church. I'm not going to tell you the time of anything the devil took from you, you are taking it back. Pursue, you are pursuing and you are overtaking. Amen. Somebody say, yeah. No. I'm going to tell you what you need to do to be who you are supposed to become, to be where you are supposed to be. It will offend you. And when I did that the first day, oh, those elders, you know, elders were the ones that were against Jesus Christ. Those elders, they went and met the general overseer and told him that what this man preached is as if we didn't hear from God. And then on Sunday, I had arranged my things, packed my things in the hotel before leaving, before going to preach. And when I got there, he said he wants to discuss with me. I said, what is it, sir? He said, when you spoke yesterday, we heard from God before we got our topic. And that the way you spoke, it will discourage, it's as if we didn't hear from God. I said, you heard from God, I also heard from God. And at my age bracket, I'm older than most of the governors in this country. And if I hear from God, I don't apologize to man. And sir, if you don't want me to preach this morning, I had already packed my things and I will go. He said, okay, I should go and preach. And God is faithful. As I was preaching and I finished, I started praying, the Spirit of God came down. People were, the power of God was touching people in different parts of the compound where they had overflow. Prophecies came and every other thing. And immediately I left. Immediately I left and I went to the hotel with the driver that came to carry me. I was already in the car park going when they came with their honorarium. I was ready to leave the honorarium. Instead of me to compromise the word that God has given to me, I was ready to leave. So, because I'm financially comfortable, I don't need their money. I can't be running after politicians and preach the truth. I'll prefer to stay in my farm, produce my gari, eat my plantains here, produce pekere from them, than to run after politicians so that I can compromise the truth for their sake. I don't care. I will say the truth. The maximum you can do is to kill me. And how many times will you kill me? What I have said will still be there. It will haunt you. So, you must be financially independent. You don't need to be very rich, but don't be a beggar. The next thing is that when you are comfortable with yourself and realize that being alone is not abandonment or loneliness, then you can be authentic. Many times I might just be alone. I might just be alone with my wife. This is what is right. This is what I want to do. And she decides otherwise. Boy, bust it. We'll be in this same house, but I am alone. I don't have prayer partner. That is me. I don't do family devotion with any person. This house is only 2 of us are here. She prays her own, I pray my own. Her daily devotional, I don't believe in all that is there. I don't like anything that emphasizes demon, ancestral spirit, curses. No. I believe in the grace of God. And I have faith in God and what he wants to do with my life. So I don't pray with her in the morning. I pray with her when the need arises. Don't look at me like that. This is me. And I'm doing well. I have not died. So the next thing is that you must be meditative and be reflective on these philosophies. The minimalist philosophy. I recently found out that there were so many clothes hanging all over the place. And I told my wife this morning, it's as if having too many clothes become a burden. Why the many clothes? It's because I need to preach in several places. I need to come out on video to come and speak to you, and I need to wear different attires. It is a burden on me. That's why I requested for these T-shirts. And thank God for Ado Iriri, who bought this set and sent from Abuja, and my son-in-law that bought another set from Aba that I'm wearing. It saves me time, saves me stress. I'm not sweating. If I wore a coat now or an agbada, I will sweat. I have agbada, it was a gift. So, but the truth of the matter, minimalist. Be a minimalist. And then Christian stoicism. That's a philosophy I am promoting. Go and read about men like Marcus Aurelius and his colleagues. You will understand what stoicism is. There is one constant word, memento mori. Remember that one day you will die. When you have that philosophy of memento mori, you will be authentic to yourself and you will meditate. Remember, I started with truth, trust, thoughtfulness, and all that. You'll be thoughtful. You will meditate. You will think deeply. And then you must have some level of a rebellious spirit. What do I mean by a rebellious spirit? You must learn to fight back and push back when society pushes against you and wants you to conform to their standard. On social media, on Facebook, I fought people, fought my friends, fought those close to me, fought my tribe people, fought. When I started social media, fought with my wife over social media, not physical fight. That I was committing, but now she watches social media in her restroom. She watches on her bed. She's into it. But when I started, is it this Facebook, this social media, this? Now she's doing it. When I started being miserly, being frugal, oh, people criticize me. They will call me from public places. We hear you are a miser. I say, yes, I'm a miser. I'm frugal. I was able to train 3 children overseas from little things here. Today, a host of them have come to face the reality, and they are even worse off than me. You need to be rebellious. You need to fight against the status quo. You need to be serious with your life. And don't let any man push you anyhow. If they push you, push them. If they shout, shout. That's the way it is. But I still remain your friend, Dr. Charles Apoki. Subscribe to this channel, share it with others. And then my mentorship group, +234 705213. Send me a message. Send a message to that number. The admin will put you in. Go to my bookstore, petrapublications.com, and buy books online. We'll soon be posting the audios of these messages and other audios of my radio program online, and you can download them. God bless you. Like it, share it. God bless you.